Morning student and host. Today we are going to learn a new chapter, that is standard 5 science, chapter 11 rocks and minerals. So it is a very interesting topic and we are going to learn about the rocks and minerals. As we know, our earth is made up of solid rock. Yes, it is made up of it is also called the earth crust. It is also called the earth crust. That means we can say the earth's surface is made up of different kinds of rocks and it is full of rocks. Okay, and this all rocks are made up of different kinds of minerals. That is why this minerals is also called the building blocks of rocks. It is also called the building blocks of rocks. And these rocks are different. Why it is different? Because due to the presence of different proportions of minerals present on different rocks. Okay, due to the presence of different proportion of minerals which is present in different rocks. You can see some are in different colors. Yes, some rocks are so much porous, so much soft. Some are, we can say, it is easy to break down. Some rocks are so much hard that it cannot break. Yes, it cannot break. And we can say that some rocks are, we can say, different colors, like so some are red, some are glistering color, some are, we can say, black color. Yes, you can see different kinds of rock in different ways. Yes, so today we are going to learn about the rocks and minerals. In this chapter you will learn about different kinds of rocks, different kinds of minerals and its usefulness, how these rocks and minerals are useful in our daily life. Okay, so first of all we'll see the rocks. So as we know, our earth is made up of different kinds of rocks, and we can say most of the most of the rocks are made up of different kinds of minerals. Okay, so we'll see what are the different kinds of rock. So what are the different kinds of rock? There are three main types of rock we will study. That is the igneous rock, sedimentary rock and the metamorphic rock. Okay, so these are the three main types of rock which we can find on the earth crust. So first of all we'll see the igneous rock. Okay, so these igneous rocks which you see are actually made up of the lava which comes out during the eruptions of volcanoes. So when this volcano erupts, the molten magma which comes out during the eruption it forms a lava. So in chapter 9 we have learned about the different natural disaster. Yes or no? How the eruptions of volcano happens, that also I have told you in chapter 9. Okay, so this igneous rock is made up of due to the eruptions of molten magma which comes out during the volcanic eruption. Okay, so when this magma comes out on the surface of the earth, it turns into a lava. And this lava forms when this cools down, this lava forms a different kinds of rocks, like we can say granite, basalt and pumice. Actually, what happened? This basalt is mainly a rock which is formed by the cooling of lava, and this granite which you see, it is made up of three kinds of minerals, like we can say quartz, mica and feldspar. Okay, these are the important minerals through which the granite is made up of, and this granite is formed inside the earth crust by the cooling of the magma, inside the earth crust, and this basalt is formed on the surface of the earth by the cooling of the lava. So there is a simple difference, that is, this is formed outside on the surface of the earth, and this granite is formed inside the earth crust by the cooling of the molten magma or the magma. Okay, and this pumice is made up of what we call we can say a fourth of the lava. That means we can say the ashes which is formed during the eruption, due to which this pumice is formed. Okay, so these are the three kinds of rock, three kinds of igneous rocks we learn. Next we are going to talk about is the sedimentary rocks. Okay, so this sedimentary words came from the sediments. The sedimentary words came from the sediments. That means the sediments which is depositing on the surface of the earth crust. by deposition of the different sediments or different layers of soil on the earth surface is called the sedimentary rocks. Okay, so this is formed by the deposition of different layers of what we call different layers of soil or the sediments which is being eroded by different agents like wind, water, and these are the main important agents through which the soil are being carried away or by the carried away by this agent, and it is deposited in somewhere else. And when it become compressed means when it becomes so much compressed, it forms one kind of rock that is called the sedimentary rocks. And these sedimentary rocks are so much rich in fossil fuels, because during the deposition what happened, there are so many organisms, non-living and living organisms come into contact, or we can say get deposited by the during the deposition of different soils or different sediments. Okay, so these form a layers of rock. This forms a layers of rock. That is why it is called the sedimentary rocks. Okay, so for example, some of the sedimentary rocks is sandstone, conglomerate, shale, limestone. Okay, these are the important sedimentary rocks that you are going to that you study in this chapter. Okay, so actually we can say this is what we call sandstone. Sandstones are a what we call cemented, or we can say this is formed by the layers of sediments. And this conglomerate which you see, that is formed by the gravels or the pebble stones that get cemented due to the deposition. And the shale which you see, this is made up of mud and the clay particles which start depositioning layers by layers. And we can say limestone. Limestone is also made of sands and mud. Okay, so these are the formation of different sedimentary rocks and how it get deposited according to the layers. Okay, so that is why it is called the sedimentary rocks. Okay, now if we talk about the metamorphic rock. Okay, so this metamorphic rock, how it is formed? It is formed due to the high pressure and heat which is produced by the earth crust and the core. And these all sedimentary rocks convert into a metamorphic rock. These all sedimentary rocks convert into a metamorphic rock. Okay, so as we know, this sedimentary rocks are deposited, or we can say compressed due to the compressed and high heat. Due to what happened, this in the so much pressure and so much heat which is produced by the earth crust and earth crust and the core, okay, of the earth. Okay, this becomes so much heated and so much compressed, and what happened, it converts it into a new form of rock which is called the metamorphic rock. Okay, so for example, slates, marble, gypsum, quartz. Okay, these are the important metamorphic rock. For example, slate is formed from the shale. And if you talk about the marble, it is formed by the limestone. Okay, this slate is made up of shale. Okay, shale converted into a slate, and this limestone converts into a marble when it gets so much heat and pressure. And if you talk about the gypsum is formed from the granite, because this granite, we can say igneous rock. Okay, because this granite rock is formed inside the earth crust. Due to that, what happened, when this becomes so much heat, when it gets so much heat and pressure, it converts directly into a gypsum. Okay, if we talk about the quartzite, it is formed by the sandstone. It is formed from the sandstone. Okay, so we can say that these all three types of sedimentary rocks are connected to each other. As we know that this igneous rock convert into a sedimentary rock. How does it convert into a sedimentary rock? When this igneous rock break down due to the weathering, what happened? It breaks down into a smaller pieces, and the smaller pieces of rocks is being carried away by different agents like water and air, and it get deposited somewhere else, and it forms a sedimentary rock. And And then when this sedimentary rocks get so much heat and pressure on the earth crust and by the core, it converts into metamorphic rock. It converts into metamorphic rock. So we can say that these all types of rocks form one type of a continuous cycle, which is called the rock cycle, which is also called the rock cycle, because it is what we call, first of all, you can see it is runs in a cycle ways or not. First of all, it forms igneous rock, then sedimentary rock, then it forms a metamorphic rock, and this metamorphic rock again convert into igneous rock. How does metamorphic rock converts into igneous rock? By the when this metamorphic rocks become so much melted, and we can say get so much heat and pressure, what happens? This metamorphic rock melted up, or it becomes a what we call fluid, and it comes out in the form of a lava again. Okay, so this is how it forms a rock cycle. Now we are going to talk about the minerals. So this minerals is one of a chemical substance, and it occur naturally. And they are the building blocks of rock. As I told you, it is one of the building blocks of rock, and it has their own hardness, their own colors, their own density, their own weight. Okay, it has its own weight and colors, everything. Okay, and we can say it can be divided, or it may be of two types, metallic and non-metallic. Metallic and non-metallic. So these metallic minerals such as iron, then you have the aluminum, copper, zinc. These are the minerals which comes under the metallic. And we can say non-metallic, like we can say utensils, magnesium, copper, calcium, mica. These are the important non-metallic minerals. Okay, and it has this metallic and non-metallic minerals have its own speciality. For example, metallic minerals, if you talk about, it is used for making machines. Then you have the utensils, wire. Okay, these are the important uses of the metallic minerals. And if you talk about the non-metallic minerals, like we say magnesium, calcium, if you talk about, they are used for industrial purpose, and our own body needs different minerals like calcium, sodium. Then we have the what we call iron. These are the important minerals which are needed for our body. Okay, so these are the important uses of minerals. Okay, so there are so much if you talk about the uses of both rocks and minerals, if you talk about, it has different uses in our daily life. Okay, so for example, if you talk about the uses of rocks, it is used for different purpose, like I said, building of construction of different buildings. Then you have the making of bricks, cements. Okay, these are the different uses of rocks. And if you talk about the minerals have different different uses, like making of utensils, different cooking utensils like iron, aluminum, different machines for the industrial purpose. Okay, so these are the different uses of rocks and minerals. Okay, now if we talk about the coal is one of the important fossil fuel, and these are formed due to the remains of the plants. Okay, and it takes hundreds and billions of years to convert the dead remains of the remains of the plants and animals to convert into a what we call coal. Okay, so only the remains, so that means the plants which have already dead and it has been deposited inside the earth crust, it converts into a coal. Okay, and it has different uses for industrial purpose, for the what we call burning purposes, and like firewood. Okay, there are different purposes or different uses of coals. And if you talk about the petroleum, these petroleums are formed due to the remains or dead remains of the sea animals, like you can say different sea animals which is present on the sea, and when they dies, it is being deposited inside the earth crust, ocean floor, and after the billions and trillions of years, what happened? It convert into a petroleum. So petroleum has different uses. Yes, different uses. We use what we call like fuels or in the machines in different ways. Okay, so these are the different uses of rocks and minerals. And if you talk about the what we call, these are the different uses of rocks and minerals. So because of that, we need to conserve these all fossil fuels or these all natural resources, because because they are not, we can say, they are not for a long term. If the natural resources or these all fossil fuels, because it is for short term, when it gets finished, we cannot we cannot take advantages of these all fossil fuels. Okay, so due to that, what happened, we have to make use of these natural resources which is present in naturally. Okay, so this chapter is already completed. I hope you will understand, go through the chapter thoroughly. Thank you for now.